Michiko and Hacthin Episode 1 Farewell Cruel Paradise. I know I'm probably like 2 years behind because I know this anime is old, but I was finally able to get the chance to sit down and watch this on Toonami on demand. And I was excited for it. I was excited when I found out about the show because I think, honestly, for like the past 2 months, I haven't actually been home on Saturday, so I never know when there's a new lineup because, of course, if you watch anything on Cartoon Network any other time, they like never promote Toonami. And even on Toonami, I watch like Kill la Kill and Sword Art. Those are the only two I'm watching right now. So even with those two recorded, it took forever before I even found out that this show was on. I didn't know until I was watching like Sword Art, I think, because this comes on after Sword Art, and that's when I realized. And then it was like 2 weeks after it had already started premiering. So I finally got the chance to sit down. I'm gonna sit through and kind of watch all 4 episodes if I have the chance to, but I was really excited to watch this, and I'm glad I got the chance to sit down because I love this first episode. It definitely has, especially from the theme, it really gives you that feel of like Cowboy Bebop style music, and it has just an over the top, lead character in Mashiko. I hope that's how you pronounce it. And she's just over the top, and it's like it starts off she's breaking out of prison, so it's already insane, and then the whole series I have to service them. It's gonna be them on the run, and so it's like she's just crazy over the top. The powerful, confident female character, and then we have Hana, who's like this little girl who's in sort of a Cinderella mode where she's just being abused by her family and stuff like that. And it was honestly the entire time I was watching, I was just like, man, I know like based on the trailer that this anime isn't gonna be like superpower stuff, and I'm like, I wish she would just develop powers like Akira or something and just like evaporate everybody in this house because they were just all horrible people, and it was like I'd love for her to just get some superpowers and just blow somebody up real quick, but that didn't happen. She did have her little moment, which I did love when she just headbutted the girl and was just slapping her, and I was glad she punched her. I was hoping she would do it more than once, but she had her moment. She stood up, and it seemed like she didn't have too many repercussions. I guess they couldn't do that because Michiko was coming to the house the next day, so it wasn't like they could just beat her up that night. So that's probably the only reason she got out of that, and she was able to find the cat and bring it back and stuff. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was a really cool anime. I love the art style. It's a more recent anime, so it's high def and it just looks really good. But the way everything's drawn, especially how they do Shiko, like every scene for her is just like super fluid and stuff, especially with her super long hair. It's like she's drawn really gracefully, even though she's doing the harshest actions, like when she kicks the window and stuff, and like all three windows break out and stuff like that. But I love the way they did it. It's really cool to have these two characters, um, be so opposite, and one who's like been broken down and she's still really young, so she's still developing as a person in general. She's beaten down and stuff like that, and then we have her mother, who, or seemingly her mother. I believe it's actually her mother. She's like the confident one who's obviously done some illegal stuff. She's in an all female prison. Um, where the people have assault rifles too. It's not like just handguns. They have like full on machine guns the whole way through. So she's done some stuff to get herself locked up, but she escapes, and she's the confident person and stuff like that. So I like the dynamic of the characters. I'm excited to see how they do interact now that they're going to be together throughout the rest of the series and what other characters they run into. And I just really enjoyed it. I like the music for it. Like I said, it has a really reminds me of like Cowboy Bebop style, the theme for sure, and just the way everything is reminds me of it. Aside from all the Spanish, which I thought was really cool, because two things this anime does for sure that I haven't seen either. I don't think at all really is like all the Spanish that's in there. Like all the dates are in Spanish, which I thought was pretty cool. The locations are in Spanish. Um, for some of that stuff I know it because I remember it, but a lot of those things, if you don't know like these locations, you just won't know what it says in Spanish. But I still thought that was really cool. And then the other thing is just like a ton of black people in this anime. It's like the blackest anime I've seen since like Afro Samurai, which I thought was kind of funny because it's like you don't typically see in anime where it is focused on black characters. So I thought that was really cool. Or, you know, even if she's not actually like 100% black, she's at least a much darker character than most anime characters. So I thought it was kind of cool because that just doesn't happen too often. Like the only person is like Afro Samurai, and then you have like the people from Naruto, where it's like this is the Black Village clan and stuff. like Killer being his brother and some of the people there. But I thought it was really cool. It's like it was a good anime. The animation's really nice. Um, an odd sort of action, much like Cowboy Bebop, where it's like the action is over the top and it just shouldn't be possible in a lot of cases. Like her at the end driving through the window and stuff, and she's just sitting on the motorcycle looking cool, or the moped, and the pastor's trying to shoot her. He's just missing like crazy, and she's just like standing, sitting there looking at her daughter, like, this is nothing. And she shoots up an entire place. The cops really suck. When she was at the bank, she shoots like one gun, one random bullet hits the gun and it flies out. Another cop is he was like blown away. I was like, all right, here's my gun, we're done. And she turns around. They could have easily just taken her down. Like, well, she's turned around. Why don't we both just pick up a gun and just shoot her in the back? But just a silly, fun action, and I'm really excited to see like some of the car chase stuff in later episodes. I love the moped they have because typically mopeds are kind of dumb, but hers is like super cool. It's like a mix between a moped, like the look of it is a moped, but it's like the speed is of a motorcycle. So I like that aspect of it just because it looks different. The design for her character is pretty cool. I like the sort of red jacket she has. It's like a good contrast in color. She has like the white shorts and then like a red jacket and stuff. So nice contrasting colors and things like that. And then you have Hana where she has a more plain look. It's not as contrasting, but it's definitely contrasting colors, especially when she actually had the moment where she decided to fight back. It was kind of interesting that she was in like all purple, which was really different from like the light blue and the beige shirts and the black and white shirts that she was wearing. It was just like one solid color that really stood out from everything else, and that's when she was kind of fighting back. But I definitely love this episode. I'm excited to step into episode 2 and see how this relationship grows and get some story on the characters and where Hana's father is, how come they got separated at when Hana was actually born, if Michiko is actually Hana's mother, stuff like that. So not too much story as far as background, but we did get introduced and it's the first episode, so that's the point. And it was definitely well done. So I'm excited to get into the rest of this anime. Of course, I want to know what you guys thought about this one, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts. And I guess with this being the premiere episode, I definitely want to know what you guys think about our two main characters. We have the very confident older mother, or possible mother, and then we have this young daughter who's been full on Cinderella, where she's just in like the worst situation, a crappy younger brother and then a crappy older sister. It seemed like the girl Maria was a bit older than her. So she has two crappy siblings, two crappy parents. The pastor who's like has this great award, and it's like the only thing he really did was like bless the dude after he got shot in the head and became brain damaged. So it was just interesting. Like, I like both characters, but I don't know what you guys thought about them and the episode in general. So please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.